I am so excited to have our special guests on, quite a panel of experts tonight. And I just wanted to tell you a couple of things about this call tonight. If you're looking for a new way to stop foreclosures, slash your mortgage and your payments, like I know everybody is, to a fraction, and even double your profits on short sales if you're doing short sales, you come to the right place tonight. Well, folks, here is a great solution. On this call, we're going to break down step by step the amazing, unique process and how it can set you financially free during these challenging times. So I have the lines open for the next hour, and I'm going to tell you, introduce our mystery guest, Dr. Stefan Cassian is with us tonight. So excited to have him here. He has so much information to share, and he is a Wall Street insider since 1995, a real estate investor ever since, who has gone through the same ups and downs that you and I have felt for the last year or two. And I am just so excited to have him here. I'm going to turn it right over to him, and let's just get started and introduce him and give him a big welcome. But before we have him come in, just make sure you're in a quiet space tonight, because there's a lot of information from all the experts that are going to be on the call tonight, okay? So get your pencil, your papers, and Stefan, are you there?
I am, Nancy. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I have so much exciting information to share with all of you. Please take very careful notes, because this information is timely, it's cutting edge, and it's based on the latest, what's going on in the media and the marketplace right now. Basically, what we're going to be talking to you today is how you can slash your mortgage or get rid of it completely. And what I'd like everyone to do is actually, we invite you to email us any questions. If we have time permitting, we will answer them. Email them through your feature, and Nancy can help field them as well. So we will
just let me tell them, go to your side panel and go to webinar and just type in the question there, and we'll get it answered when Stefan is ready for that. Okay, guys?
So we're going to be talking, thank you, Nancy. We're going to be talking about the Loan Document Audit Quiet Title Program. It's nothing like what you've heard before. And for any of you who've been on a previous call, this information is the most current and up-to-date. So if you've heard this before, please listen again and take very careful notes, because you're going to hear it in a whole new way every time. In fact, I listen to this, I learn something new. And this, in the next 59 minutes or so, we're going to teach you how to stop foreclosure, and how to do this without short sales or loan bonds hassles, and we call it half-lease. And this is the new wave in the real estate industry. This is based on solid facts, solid laws, and you've seen this in the news lately. What has happened recently? Well, all the bank scandals are coming to light. You know, all the dirty laundry is getting aired. You've heard about the nationwide moratorium on foreclosures. Bank of America, Chase, and other big banks now are putting a hold on foreclosures because of all the mistakes that were made. There were testimonies of employees who haven't filled out the documents properly. They might sign documents without really reading them and looking through them. So just imagine all the hundreds of thousands of people losing their homes right now. You could be one of them, and we're showing you how you could stop the madness, how you can save yourself, save your home, save the people you care about, and if you're an investor, you can apply this for your homes, or you can apply this for other situations as well. So that's very good. And I just wanted to also let people know that, you know, whether you're a first-time home buyer, homeowner, you have multiple mortgages, all this can be applying to you. So I just wanted to keep you informed of that. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to cover some great features here, and we're going to talk about introducing some of the amazing staff and the people I've had a privilege to work with. And I actually hear typing in the background, so any of you who are typing, if you can just mute yourselves out, I want to make sure we have the highest call quality possible. And some of the key benefits you're going to see is this is a new proven strategy on mortgages. If you're a foreclosure client, you can enjoy months of free income on your home or property. And also investors. Also, you have a chance to share profits with the homeowners. Now, this is an entirely new business model you have not heard before. and you will be amazed to understand some of the amazing features that we can offer you and tell you about. So let's first look at what are some of the biggest things you can do in the real estate world right now. Well, number one, one of your biggest options right now is short sales. You've heard about short sales. They're talking the investing world. If you own a home, you're thinking about doing a short sale because, hey, that's some way I can get rid of what I owe and get out of this home. Now, I still hear typing in the background, guys, so if we could be able to mute that out, that would be great. I just don't want any distracting calls. Okay, so why don't short sales work? Well, number one, they take too long. I don't know about you, but I have had a short sale with Chase, for example. It's been over 16 months, and they still haven't budged. They're so bureaucratically swamped. What's another problem? Well, you don't have big enough discounts. I don't see enough of big of a discount when you do short sales, and that's a big problem. You're likely, if you're just going to get market value because the bank will send out its own appraisal, and you know the drill, you're lucky just to get below, at, or below market. It's a time-consuming paperwork hassle. I don't know about you, but it takes a long time to collect all the documents, submit them, you keep going back again and again and again. You're also at the mercy of the BPO, the bank, when they order their appraisal. There's also no leverage against the bank. Normally, you are one of 10,000 different foreclosures they're working on. You have a loss mitigation representative who is probably, just earning their hourly wages, really doesn't care that specifically about your files. And that's a big, big thing to consider and be careful about, okay? So these are some major, major problems with mortgages that you do short sales with. Now, I'm going to try to make an adjustment here because we're still hearing background noise. So any of you who are making background noise, please mute yourselves out. Again, you have no leverage against the bank, and as a homeowner, you lose your home and usually don't make any money. In fact, you're lucky if you can walk out with anything because the banks don't want to see you make any money. They want to make all the money. And let's look at why loan mods fail. And I wanted to have you chime in, Nancy, because one of the reasons you hosted this call, you wanted me to come and share what I'm going to learn and share with you tonight, is because you had a loan mod that went south or really hasn't gone anywhere. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's you were just talking about Chase. It's Chase too, and I've been trying to modify my own primary home for this October is 2 years that we're still in negotiation. And matter of fact, last month, I think the month before, they sent me all new paperwork and told me to send in all new information and started the whole thing over. Don't know why, but I'm doing this for 2 years. So it's absolutely crazy.
2 years, 24 months, and you know what you're doing is. In other words, you're a savvy real estate investor,
right.
And you want to bang your head against the wall for 24 months.
Yep, exactly.
And and this is what prompted you to look for other solutions. So we really appreciate the opportunity to share what we're going to have tonight. So everyone, please listen very carefully, because what we're going to do at the end of this call and give you an opportunity to be able to take advantage of this for free and really get to tip your toe in the water and understand what this is all about. Now, loan mods also fail. Why? They're a temporary Band-Aid. It's only a temporary fix. Most loan mod people, most clients in loan mods end up in the same situation a few months later. No principal reduction, you still end up owing too much. In fact, if you're behind, the bank will often add what you owe past due on top of what you owe to the bank and rolls it around. So suddenly you owe that plus more, and even if they reduce your interest rate or your payment slightly, you're still not much better off. And that's something I'm really concerned about for all of you listening. Also, it's nearly impossible to qualify. It's a panacea for the public, I hate to tell you, but based on your income or your credit or the fact you're self-employed, most people don't make as much money as they used to. Many people have had credit issues since the economy has turned, and if you're self-employed, good luck. Now the bank has different criteria, so even if you could have qualified for a loan before, you can't now. And of course, it goes back to the fact that no leverage with the bank. This is a very important point. I want you to write this down.